There we go. There we go.
All right. Been there.
So, staying in love.
You lost your track.
I did.
You did.
Staying in love is what we all hope for. It's what we long for. It's why we watch love stories. Right?
Yeah.
It's why we
A
watch
good rom-com.
the good rom-com. And that's what this weekend is about. We want to...
Watching a rom-com?
No. Well, we could do that. We want to rekindle that spark. And we don't want to be all gushy. This is the most least romantic man on planet Earth. Okay, I'll give you an example. We've been married almost 41 years in October. When we were married, was it 25 years? I think it was 25 years.
25, yeah.
25 years. And he's like, what do you want, babe, for your 25th anniversary? I'm like, okay, this is what I really want from you. What I really want from you for our 25th anniversary, I want you to write me a love letter. I want you to tell me what you love about me. I want you to tell me what you love about our marriage. I want you to tell me all the things I've been longing to hear. And he's like, okay, got it.
Double-spaced.
No.
Okay.
So as it got closer to our anniversary, I kept asking, did you write the letter? Did you write the letter? Did you write the letter? And so when it was probably September,
Maybe somewhere around there,
and
yeah.
I said, did you write the letter? And you said,
I will give you $1,000 if I don't have to write that
now, we were on a tight budget. He's a pastor. He doesn't make very much money. And we have kids at home. 2 of them were driving. We had insurance. It's a lot of money. I took the money. I said, you know what? I get it. I get you. I will take the cash.
Yeah.
I still haven't gotten the letter.
I'm writing it.
Okay. But that, when we're talking about this weekend and how we want to spark, I'm like, let's do this and let's do that. He's like, don't make the guys do that. Don't make them do that.
Feeling it?
So you got this
Got
guy
your back,
in your corner. So do you want to talk first and then we'll do
Okay, yeah.
that?
Okay, yeah. Did you tell him how we met?
How did we meet?
Huh?
How did we meet? I don't think you remember.
I do too. It was an important day in my life. I came home from college. Okay, I was working on church buses at the time and teaching junior high Bible. Okay, and so I was working on a bus, and this little girl in this brown hooded sweater.
Wow.
They don't call me the Hulk for nothing. You know what I mean?
That was
Cute little thing, little girl. I was home from college, little girl, and she comes flitting up. She goes, "Have you seen my sister? Do you know where my sister is, right?"
Yeah.
And what did I say? I can't remember what I
And
said.
you got all like, your sister who?
Okay, yeah.
And
So I got.
I'm like, my sister, she's dating your brother. Do you remember my brother who? And he was like giving me a hard time.
So I giving her a hard time. That was when we met,
Yes, it was.
and then that was it. You went away mad, and I was
I
just
wasn't
like,
mad.
oh,
I
no.
was just like, okay. And then I
Okay.
literally walked away. I was 14, almost 15.
Oh, you did have to put that.
I did. He was 20. I was jailbait. He ran from me for years.
We caught up. She's caught up since
Yeah, I was
then.
caught up. Okay, we were gonna tell you how old we are. I'm 61 years old, and he is 60.
Do the math. 67.
Almost 68. So you just now, because then if we forget stuff, you're gonna just go, oh, they're old. It's okay. We tried. So we're good. Anyway, so I literally walked away from this man who was working on the buses, and I had this fleeting thought, I'm gonna marry him. And I'm like, so embarrassed. Cheerleading uniform. Actually, not that day, but
Not
you know,
yeah.
not at all looking for a husband. But I literally had that thought.
Yeah.
And I hid that thought in my mind because it was embarrassing. And I watched you from afar. Okay, he's new. His parents moved from, they lived in Fremont, California, and they moved to San Jose while he was away at college in Denver.
But I found him.
He found him. And so he started going to
Yeah.
the church that his parents went to. Anybody who's ever worked in college ministry knows when a new guy shows up to the college group, he's fresh meat, right?
Fresh meat, baby.
So he's dating.
Right from Bible college, too.
Right, yeah. So he's dating all of these women, and I'm, my little cheerleader self, watching him date all these women.
Maybe one or two. It was really not all. Okay, a few. It doesn't
He
matter.
just thought it was a friendly church. He thought it was friendly. So I watched from afar and figured he would never notice me, and our families were friends. Long story, he actually disappeared out of my life for a while. He was dating someone, and then he came back in a 1969
1969, Mach 1, Mediterranean Blue, 428 Cobra Jet.
Yeah. But he didn't bring it to my house to show it to me first. He took it by Tammy Blakely's house
Okay,
to show
okay.
Tammy first. And then he came by my
Just
house and said, look at my
happened to be
car.
there.
And I'm like, oh, wow. Oh, look, my son-in-law's texting us. And I said, you took it where? Which, Tammy, if you're watching this, we love you. And anyway, that's kind of when we started having some time that we spent more together.
Yeah.
And honestly, we do not know when we started dating. So we date now to make up for it because we're just not sure when
Not sure
it
when that
actually happened.
Just kind of friends.
So I was 20 when we got married, and it was the best decision I'd ever made.
Oh. Man,
But
you
I
don't
did
know.
not come from a long line of healthy marriages. In fact, my parents were teenagers, and I was 17 when my mom had me. I was her second child, and my parents got married at 15 and 19, or 15 and 18.
18.
But they were not believers. They just, that's what you do, is you get married. And my dad got saved when I was 4 years old, and I saw a change in my dad's life. And I actually led my mom to the Lord 6 months before she passed away. But my parents divorced. Textbook, after the kids grew up and left the house, my parents didn't stay married. I didn't have a good foundation for what I was supposed to be a good wife. My thought of happily ever after was, I got my Prince Charming. It's his job to make me happy because that's how every love story works, right? So make me happy, dude. And I squeezed
Working at it ever since.
Yeah, and I squeezed the life out of him. I put so much on him to find my worth and my value from how he loved me, how he treated me, how he measured up to my expectations.
Or write letters to you.
Well, that was 25 years later.
Yeah.
But I remember one day I knew I wasn't the wife I meant to be. I knew I wanted to be his friend again. I wanted to be his lover and the one that cheered him on and laughed at his jokes and wasn't just always irritated because I was working full time and trying to keep the house up. And back in the olden days, 1900s, we had it was before the World Wide Web. We had a refrigerator that, okay, hold on if you're young because this is going to blow your mind. It did not self-defrost. You okay? You okay?
Yeah.
So the bacon would freeze to the wall of the freezer.
Fred
and
Flintstone, all that sort of thing.
so I literally remember in the kitchen chiseling the ice, and I was so angry because I was working so hard all the time. And it was like when we were dating, we dated and it was super fun. And now we were working and we were working and I remember feeling regret because the marriages in my family that all fell apart, it wasn't because of infidelity, it wasn't because of abuse, it was from that very thing. Thinking on those things that unraveled that love that you have for each other, and it scared me because I knew the path I was on, and I knew I was going to do to him exactly what I was trained to do because that's what I had watched my whole life, and I knew I needed help. And that's what the marriage mentor is about.
Yeah.
And I got help. I got some older mentors in my life, older women, and they were honest and they were amazing and they helped.
Help us be what we need to be.
Right, and ladies, we're going to talk about specifics on this in our session tomorrow. But yeah, and so I think you like me.
Huh?
I think you like me.
Oh, yeah. No, I was just thinking, should we give up those things? I was jumping ahead. I was trying to be proactive here.
I know.
Yeah. I got jet lag, dude. By the way, I'm wearing the same shirt I had when we traveled in, and it's wrinkled. I noticed I was
I am
walking
too.
out.
I don't care.
Okay.
Well, remember how old. Old people
We
don't
get
know.
away with that, okay? All right.
So do you want to do your message now or do you want to do
That's
this
okay.
now?
I'll
Yeah,
take
do your
your
message
message.
now and then I'll bring these
All
back
right.
up. That sounds like a
Thank you.
fun thing to do, yes.